Keep on loving boldly. Keep on loving boldly. Never turning back. Never turning back. Amaremos con pasión. Siempre con pasión. Siempre con pasión, sin volver atrás, sin volver atrás.
Hello, friends. Oh my gosh. So glad you're here. And can you tell that it has been a long time since we've done this whole Zoomitude thing? Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me spotlight myself. Here I am, Sandy
Here
from
we are.
Emma's Revolution. I know, we're working on it. We're so glad you're joining us. It's Sing Out for Kamala, our first one. We're doing another concert September 29th, but here we are on September 8th doing a concert from the Zoom room onto Facebook Live, and I see that I'm there, so
Yay.
Technology still works, and all our people are here. And with so much love, we are bringing you an event full of beautiful music to keep you inspired, and also full of information for how you can get involved and how you can take action. Because if we've been reading the news, the polls are way, way, way too close. So let me bring up the two folks that we've been coordinating this event with. This is Amy Carol Webb coming to the Zoom world, and Annie Wenz, if I can bring Annie Wenz. There she is.
Yeah.
Coming in from North Carolina, the Democratic HQ in Hendersonville. So we there they are. There they are.
We're at headquarters, so this is folks here at headquarters.
We love it. And we want to just thank both of these folks for being with us to put this all together. And we want to jump right into this show with things that I should know, which is the bio for our beautiful friend. Amy Carol Webb was going to do the first song for us. What can I tell you about Amy Carol Webb? Amy Carol Webb has followed music through the world since she first picked up a guitar at age 11, and she has never looked back. And isn't that the theme for what we're doing? So please welcome from the very contested state of Florida, this amazing performer, this amazing reverend for justice in the Unitarian Universalist world, and a dear friend of ours. Much love, Amy Carol Webb. Oh, we don't hear you yet. Wait, we don't hear you.
You got me. You got me now?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm thinking that after 200 plus years of this experiment, it's about time to turn it over to the women. I come from women who gave up their power. I come from women who gave up their name. And I come from women who know nothing ever stays the same. I come from women tender as roses. I come from women strong as stone. And I come from women who know no one free. Women who pass the torch to me. Now daughters everywhere, raise fire high. Lift your voices to the sky. Mothers and sisters on the earth, shout your name and claim your worth. I come from women tender as roses. I come from women strong as stone. And I come from women who taught me no one ever fights alone. I come from women. I come from women. I come from women. Thank y'all. Annie, I hear you playing drums in the background. My dad. We have done that so many times on stage here in Florida. It's been something. Hey, a couple of things we got a lot going on here in Florida, but a couple of things I wanted to mention before we roll on with some music is we've got Yes on 4, the Yes on 4 campaign that's happening here in Florida to enshrine abortion in our Constitution. Now, the GOP legislature is up to some new shenanigans to try to invalidate that vote, so it has to be overwhelming. So there's a link coming up in the chat, and we'll be sending y'all stuff after this with all of our links so that you can see the places that you can take action. So we're doing a lot of stuff on that. We're doing a lot of stuff on that at River of Grass Unitarian Universalist congregation where I serve. We're hosting trainings and such. We also have something called UU the Vote. And that's where Unitarian Universalist activists go wherever the hotspots are all over the country to get issues voted on, to get the vote out, to get some things done. So these are some ways that you can tune in, log in, and get started and figure out what it is that you can do. Some people will knock doors. Some people will write postcards. Some people will make phone calls. And phone banking's so much fun these days because we get on a computer like this, we talk to each other, and then we make phone calls and come back to encourage one another and then do it some more. So I'll see you on a phone bank somewhere soon.
Awesome, Amy. I wanted to jump on just to say that we are putting in the chat here on Zoom and also on Facebook. I'm going to add myself up there. How various ways that we are all sharing about action links. So where you can go to get involved. So if you have a link that you want to share, and maybe it's about postcarding, as Amy said, or making phone calls, share it in the chat here, share it on Facebook. And that's how we're doing this like clearinghouse for taking action. So we have our next artist who's coming up. Thank you so much, Amy. And I'm going to get us out of the way because Annie is coming up to introduce our next performer. Here she comes.
Hi. So it is an absolute privilege to welcome and introduce my dear friend Tommy Sands. Tommy is a legendary singer-songwriter, world-renowned social activist. He lives in County Down, Ireland. He's known for, in his early days, performing as part of the Sands family. From there, he went on to have an incredibly prominent career. He's played in Carnegie Hall. He's played in Moscow's Olympic Stadium. Sing Out magazine said he is one of the best musicians, if not the best activist musicians in the world. When I met Tommy many, many years ago, he said, you know, if I can bring people together in a music festival from all walks of life, from all beliefs, from all sides of the aisle, we can do it in life. So that's what Tommy does, and that's what he's going to do right now. So it's a privilege to welcome our dear friend, Tommy Sands.
Hey, Tommy, we can't hear you yet all the way across the ocean. Hold on.
Is that any better?
There you are.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay? Needs to be up a little bit.
Yes, indeed. You're good. We hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
Sorry,
indeed.
I'm not used to the Zoom thing too much, and I'm not even sure where the microphone is in this. But if you can't hear me, make signs.
We can hear you.
We got you.
All
good,
good.
good. Well, I'm delighted to be amongst such great people and great musicians and singers and people who give so much with their music and song. I know that living here in Ireland, I don't have a vote and I can't affect very much. I affect the president, but I know the president affects us a lot. And it's so important to have someone with a sense of compassion. This is a song which I wrote recently, and it's really about, how sometimes people, the loudest to speak about religion, seem to be the least likely to follow some of the principles. But kindness and compassion and love and truth. What would be if it were true? Could we be the chosen few? God has told us what to do. Go and take the land. Could we be the just and wise, or just like wild colonial boys? Or could there be another voice to help me understand? Is there anyone else up there? Is there anyone else up there? Is there anyone else up there to say there might be another way? Is there anyone else up there? A crusade or a holy war? What God are we fighting for? If it is right that might is right, who's the God to gain? The God of fear, the God of greed, the God of blood, the children bleed. The prophets from the rockets that scream like burning rain. Is there anyone else up there? Is there anyone else up there? Is there anyone else up there to say there might be another way? Is there anyone else up there to say don't kill children in your way? Is there anyone else up there? So if you hear your heaven say, slaughter all that's in your way, it's time to change to whom you pray. Get a second point of view. For Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jew, who wrote in your holy book, don't do to another what you don't want done to you. Is there anyone else up there? Is there anyone else up there? Is there anyone else up there to say there might be another way? Is there anyone else up there to say don't kill children in your way? Is there anyone else up there above to speak of justice, truth and love? Is there anyone else up there? Is there anyone else up there?
Beautiful.
Thank you very much indeed. it's so good to see so many people that I know, and I send you the very best greetings from Ireland here, and I'm delighted to introduce you to someone that I don't know, but I'm looking forward to hearing her very much.
Tommy, we're gonna
Leah.
bump in for a second because we have a speaker.
Oh, sorry.
No worries, you're all good. Hold off for a second.
Excuse me.
Are we ready for Braxton? See you in the room. Okay, so it is my honor again to introduce one of our North Carolina candidates, because we are in such a swing position. We've got one of our candidates, Steve Martinez, here in the room. Braxton he previously served as an at-large member and mayor pro tem of Charlotte City Council until December 2023, where he learned that communities thrive when their workforces thrive. He's running to be North Carolina's next Commissioner of Labor to make North Carolina the #1 state for business and workers. He came to our big spring music shindig, and it is just so exciting to have Braxton join us.
And thank you, Annie, and thank you everybody from around the country and around the world for joining us in this fight all across this country, but especially here in North Carolina. You have to excuse me, I'm running statewide. So North Carolina has the second most rural roads of any state in the union behind Texas. So I'm actually at another event right now. So excuse if the light changes, something crazy, but a quick little civics lesson about North Carolina. North Carolina is a little different. Our executive branch is made up of a 10-member independently elected body called the Council of State. So for my position, for instance, the Commissioner of Labor, we are only one of 4 states in the entire country that elects their Commissioner of Labor or its equivalent. Usually that is a position that is appointed by the governor. But it's important that we understand a little bit about how we're set up here in North Carolina. Because these are 10 independently elected positions, these are not cabinet positions for the governor, right? I don't have to listen to the governor when I'm elected. I don't have to listen to the General Assembly. I only have to answer to the people that elect me. So that means that even though we have a great candidate for a Democratic candidate for governor in Josh Stein, if we don't give him a Council of State that is Democratic, the people of North Carolina will not have the full protections of rights under the law. Or at least the way we would like to interpret them. Another part of that civics lesson is that I think everybody on this probably remembers this little thing called the pandemic. When the federal government did not open up their pandemic playbook, it was up to us in municipal and state government to create it on our own. We were in the great position to have a gentleman named Roy Cooper as our governor. He was on the short list to be Kamala Harris's vice president. Well, he led us through that pandemic better than most other states in our union. We were so successful that people came to us and looked at us for best practices, but we were even so much more successful that our extremist General Assembly, which is our state legislature, passed a law that said the governor can no longer execute executive orders like he did during the pandemic without a majority vote by the Council of State. So in order to make sure that we give Josh Stein the full power of our governor's mansion when he gets there, we need to make sure that we have a Council of State that is a majority Democrat. We are a purple state, which probably leans blue, so you can't gerrymander the statewide positions like mine, like they do our General Assembly. Now, I'm probably not your traditional candidate for Commissioner of Labor. I was born in Camp Lejeune to a guy who retired from the Marine Corps and then retired from the United States Air Force. And at 64 years old, he's still riding around on a fire truck pulling people out of fires. My mother's a retired high school math teacher, so the jury's still out on who had the more dangerous and challenging career. When I graduated from college, I started a career as a union stagehand, and I've been doing that for 20 years in Charlotte, working backstage on things like rock and roll shows, Broadway shows. I've been a camera operator for the NBA team, the Charlotte Hornets, for 20 seasons, and I work on film and television production sets as a set grip. I would be the state's first union member to be a commissioner of labor, and I'm a guy who clocks in and clocks out. And I think it's high time we actually had a worker as the lead advocate for workers in our great state. But that background, combined with also being the former mayor pro tem on the Charlotte City Council, where I served 3 terms, I've certainly come to understand that what's good for workers and what's good for business is not mutually exclusive. We can be good for business and good for workers. Businesses want to set up in places where the workforce is strong, educated, and diverse. And workers, we want our employers to do well and gain wealth and expand opportunities. We just want a fair situation at work. And while I'm proud to be the Democratic nominee, it's certainly true that labor issues, while they have always been political, they really shouldn't be partisan. What is partisan about expecting to come home with a fair day's pay after a fair day's work? What is partisan about expecting to go to work in healthy and safe conditions? Or what is partisan about expecting to be able to get a drink of water or to use the bathroom or to protect yourself from the hot sun if you're working outside, or have a place to cool off if you're working inside? What is partisan about expecting those things and demanding those and not expecting to be fired or retaliated against just for speaking up for those things? Now, like I said, I'm proud to be the Democratic nominee. They put up a guy who fits the extreme bill that they're putting up for candidates all around this country. He's a 39-year-old lawyer who has never been elected to a public office in his life. Now, there's nothing wrong with 39-year-olds. Most of us have already been there. And there's nothing wrong with lawyers necessarily. But he's a lawyer who makes his practice defending construction companies who are under investigation for wrongdoing by the Department of Labor. So they put up a fox to guard the hen house. Now, the choice in this race couldn't be more clear. Who do you want to be the lead advocate for workers? A worker like you or your boss's attorney? So I need your help to make sure that we get all workers' rights defended on November 5th. And you can help me help Kamala Harris travel around this great big state and make sure every vote comes out to turn North Carolina blue, and we fight extremism here in 2024. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for organizing and doing the work here in North Carolina and wherever you're at. Thank you all. And I'll be right there working with y'all to the very end.
Thank you, Braxton. So looking forward to seeing you do it right. Really appreciate it. Hey, Tommy, are you still over there? Can you hear me? I'm so sorry we had to interrupt you when you get ready to introduce Leah. But we have to get these campaigners in when they have a minute. So thank you so much. We'll pick up where you left off.
No problem at all. Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing all the songs tonight and all the musicians and speakers. But I'm looking forward to hearing Leah Morris. She was born in Washington, D.C., into a rich musical heritage. Her mother dreamed of becoming an opera singer, while her father played trumpet and toured the world in a soul band called Black Heat. At the age of 3, Leah sang in church for the first time. In high school, she began to teach herself guitar by composing songs. She shared the stage with Odetta and Mavis Staples. As a 17-year-old exchange student, she took the adventurous leap to Halle in Germany, former East Germany, I remembered well, where she played her first concert. And in 2020, Leah returned to Germany to live in Meine, a village near Braunschweig. And she's going to sing a song for us here tonight. Please give her a big welcome. Leah Morris.
Thanks for the offer. But we are not going back. We're not going back. Somebody told me
Wow. How can we speak after that?
Yes.
The beautiful song from
Oh,
Leah
my
Morris,
goodness.
her beautiful children. Oh my God. Much love to you in Germany. We know you might be watching afterwards. That's why we're doing this, folks, because songs like that touch our hearts. Songs like you are hearing from Tommy all the way across the country, from Amy, and hearing from our officials who are trying to get in and do the good work, trying to get in all the levels, local, national. So thank you, Braxton, for speaking as well. What we're doing here is we are raising spirits. We are also raising awareness of get out the vote actions, places you can donate, places you can jump in and write postcards or go canvassing or make the phone calls, because we know this race is tight, which is insane. Has anyone said that recently to you? It's insane. So let's make sure that we get a landslide and we get Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in office and Braxton Winston. So we're going to introduce the next artist.
Yes, another dear friend who has been part of the effort to bring good things and justice into the world is our dear friend John McCutcheon, multi-instrumentalist and wonderful songwriter and powerful speaker. So we look forward to hearing a song from him. Welcome, John McCutcheon.
Thanks, folks. And especially, it's so wonderful to look around and see so many of my dear friends. Hey, Tommy, miss you. Love playing with you in Belfast. I'm coming to you from Smoke Rise, Georgia, the traditional home of the Eastern Cherokee Nation. And the area that is a very purple area. We went blue in 20 and flipped 2 Senate seats in the same election for the first time in recorded memory. So we're getting ready to do our part again in Georgia this year. And one of the great inspirations, great figureheads of Georgia politics was the late John Lewis. I would see John Lewis on a regular basis in the Atlanta airport, and he would be talking to everybody. I would frequently run into him at the same shoe shine stand that we both used. And I wrote this back in 2020 for that election. Let's hope it's a good luck charm. John Lewis walked across that bridge so you could vote, damn it. Like a soldier charging up a ridge so you could vote, damn it. Since that day in Selma Town when violence threw him to the ground, he rose each time he was beaten down, so vote, damn it. Vote, damn it, stand in line. Vote, damn it, every time. Prove your power, let it shine, and vote, damn it. They fought the Klan, they fought Jim Crow, so you could vote, damn it. They fought that you could have it, so vote, damn it. They were brave and they were true, did what they were asked to do, and now the future looks to you, so vote, damn it. Vote, damn it, stand in line. Vote, damn it, every time. Prove your power, let it shine, and vote, damn it. For 50 years we've had to fight to vote, damn it. Still they try to steal our rights, so vote, damn it. Will you rise when you are asked to stand? When the call goes out, will you raise your hand? Let your voice be heard across this land, so vote, damn it. Vote, damn it, stand in line. Vote, damn it, every time. Prove your power, let it shine, and vote, damn it. So on that Tuesday in November, vote, damn it. Those gone before we will remember, vote, damn it. 'Cause freedom is not guaranteed. We are the proof that they'd succeed. Good trouble is just what we need, so vote, damn it. Vote, damn it, stand in line. Vote, time. Prove your power, let it shine, and vote, damn it. Vote, damn it, stand in line. Vote, damn it, every time. Prove your power, let it shine, and vote, damn it. This is our opportunity to prove our power. And here in Georgia, the great Stacey Abrams, who was the leader of Fair Fight, has launched a new PAC particularly for this election called Stand Up PAC. You can find them at standuppac.com. Let me check. It is .com. standuppac.com for your donations. It will help here in Georgia and across the country. Thanks a lot, and vote. Damn it.
Beautiful, John.
Well, I have the great opportunity to return the favor that was just extended to me by my old friends Pat and Sandy. They have been raising spirits, raising their voices, and raising hell for decades. Please welcome our hosts, Emma's Revolution.
Thank you so much, John. Great to hear you as usual. So, wow, we had kind of a challenge from one of our songwriting students the other day, and when our prompt for them was to write a campaign song or a song related somehow to this campaign, and they said,
said to us, write one, damn it.
Why don't you write one, damn it? So, all right, we took up the challenge. So this is a thoroughly untested song, and you just get it here all naked and for the first time. Woo! All right, here we go.
You can do it.
on my brand new baritone guitar that I built this summer. Woohoo! All right, here it goes. Dear Ms. President, call me optimistic. I know you haven't been elected yet, but I will do my best to make it so. You say that you are for the people. I assume that that includes me too. If you'll indulge me for a moment, I have a few things to discuss with you. We have a problem with violence. Our kids are no longer safe at school. How could you fail to protect them? Have greed and callousness become the rule? We don't fight wars, but we sell weapons. We deny accountability. Then we deploy negotiators who shrug and sigh when all sides can't agree. We pay for war instead of healing. Our nation's wellness is a human right. Insurance companies are stealing from the poor who can't put up a fight. We have a problem with caring. Can't we hold power and compassion too for our youth and our elders? And our world, we have so much to do. I know you're busy campaigning, but when you're claiming that you speak for me, let's find a way to move forward in a more functional democracy. At this point we are tipping on the balance of a whole new way. We pass down to our children a sacred promise of a better day. Though we may have our problems, together we can work them through. Thank you for listening. We have a lot that we expect from you. Signed, We the People.
So much. And we did write 2 songs. So in our September 29th show, we'll be singing the song that I wrote as our prompt from our students. But I also want to give a shout out And I hear there's a little echo, but maybe our tech people can find that. I want to give a shout out to some of the orgs that we put in about ways you can take action. And our folks who are helping us out, that's Marcy and Rada helping us out on tech today, are going to put those links into the chat here on Zoom and also on Facebook Live. And we hope that you all are sharing information like that. I can't remember them right now because I'm juggling a lot of details.
Yes, forgive us for looking at our phones constantly. We're answering things and putting out fires and whatnot here. So
in any case, the whole goal of this is to just really get us all energized, get us all doing what we can, because we need to win this election. And then we need to keep pushing for things in the world that need doing, like peace and justice, like an end to the genocide in Gaza, like humanitarian aid, like safety for Israelis and Palestinians alike, including my family in Israel. I want safety for all of them. So let us introduce to you the next band who is coming up.
These are some of our favorite musicians from the Bay Area. Skip the Needle is an Oakland-based queer female quartet made up of Bay Area superstars Vicki Randall, Shelley Doty, Coffee Brown, and Katie Cash, who, in their words, fashion punk, funk, and soul-influenced rock they like to call Black Dyke Rock. As the name implies, they are musically diverse and bring a biting, socially conscious message delivered with radical joy. The band just wrapped up a 2-month entirely sold-out run of Hedrick and the Angry Inch at Shotgun Players in Berkeley, California, and have started writing their next album after receiving a grant from the Project from Wham. So please welcome our dear friends, Skip the Needle.
Joining us on video. Thank you, Marcy, for rolling the video.
So get ready to, I want you to scream with me on this, and I don't care if you're in the future. You're still going to be screaming because the shit is still going to be going down, and you're just going to need to scream.
Isn't that crazy?
Status quo, that's for slavery. Jim Crow nuts back to the way it was. Tear gas and bullets, no man's war of bravery. We're gonna leave that legacy in the dust. Ain't never going back. Ain't never going back. Never. Ain't never going back. Ain't never going back. No. No motion in the middle, say it that way. Should've kept both hands on the wheel. Why don't you just obey? Do what the cops say. Don't talk, don't think, don't mind, don't feel. Ain't never going back. Ain't never going back. Never. Ain't never going back. We ain't never going back.
All right, this is your turn. It's time for you, if you can hear my voice, it's time for you to make me some noise. Don't talk, don't think, don't fight, don't feel. Don't talk, don't think, don't fight, don't feel.
Don't talk, don't think, don't fight, don't feel. Fight! 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 Ain't never going back. Ain't never going back. Never. Ain't never going back. Ain't never going back. Never. Ain't never going back.
Okay, so now we have not only our marching orders, but we have the tune that we need to keep in our head as we're going door to door. We'll be very polite with the folks when they answer the door, but in our head, we ain't never going back. My goodness. I met Rod MacDonald on a sidewalk in Lake Worth, one of those nights where it was like an open air gallery night, and a lot of artists were playing, and that's where I met Rod MacDonald for the very first time, and that was like 30 years ago. Rod, can it be? Can it be 30 years ago? Oh my goodness. Rod MacDonald started out as a journalist writing for daily newspapers and Newsweek magazine before he became a singer-songwriter so he could write about whatever he pleased. He's recorded 21 songs for the Smithsonian Fast Folk Collection and 14 albums of his own songs, many of them also covered by other artists. Rod performs throughout North America, Europe, and Australia in clubs, festivals, house concerts, concert halls. He's been named Best Local Acoustic Artist by South Florida's New Times and one of the best singer-songwriters to come out of the New York movement by Dave Van Ronk. I'm very, very honored that Rod is my friend, and I will say that here in Florida, we need you more than ever, Rod. Sing strong. We need you.
Thank you, Amy. Let me unmute myself there. Good to see you. In fact, very honored to be asked to be part of this today. I think I'll take these off since they're reflecting in the light. I am enjoying so much listening to everyone and seeing some longtime good friends and being part of an important cause, I think. I work with the Greenwich Village Folk Festival, and recently was looking through some videos, and I came across a video of Tom Prasada Rao singing a song called My Right to Choose. And he introduced it by saying that this is probably inappropriate for a man to sing, but he wrote it with Carrie Cooper, and he said, since she's not here, I'm going to sing it anyway. I just wrote a brand new song to sing for you guys today. And I think actually this is a song that should be sung by a man. So I did play it for my wife Nicole and my daughter Elena, who said, yeah, not bad, Dad. Go ahead and sing it. So we'll give it a shot here. There are songs written for the ages and songs written for a day. And there are songs for the moment, and that moment has come. And so I say, let's put a woman in the White House. It'd be so good for all of us. Someone to get along with women, respect and listen to them, and not have to pay them off when she does. Let's put a woman in the White House. It's time to make the place a better scene. Let a man be the first spouse, entertain and keep the house, do the covers of all those gardening magazines. Yeah, let's put a woman in the White House, someone without an NRA contract. So when your kids go to school in the morning, they'll be so much more likely to get back alive. Let's put a woman in the White House, someone to fix climate change this time. When the planet gets too hot, she'll turn down the thermostat, just like my wife always does at mine. What if there's a woman in the White House? What if there's a war? Is that what you fear? Didn't you ever hear of Maggie Thatcher? Indira Gandhi it's time to put a woman in the White House. There's really no need to explain. You know she can do the work and the other guy's a jerk. She belongs there just as much as any man. I say she can do the job and the other guy's such a slob. Let's put her in the White House while we can. All right. Well, I hope that was as therapeutic for you folks as it was for me. All right. It's my privilege to introduce the video from the next act today, which is Dan and Claudia Zanes. And, you know, they're not here, but I'm going to tell you a quick little story. When I was when my daughter, my oldest child was about 5 years old or 4 years old, we were traveling north and some friends said to us, you really ought to go see Dan Zanes playing in Gainesville. And so we went. It was about an 800-seat auditorium, and we were way in the back. And they played one song. The audience was mostly parents and hundreds of kids, like 4 to 8 or 9 years old. They played one song, and my kid turned to us with eyes like this and said, "Can I go down there?" And so we said, "Yeah, have at it. Go down and get in the mosh pit." And we kind of followed down to make sure everything was cool. And I thought I was incredibly grateful to Dan and his little band for turning my kid on to music at that level, to providing an opportunity to be just completely blown away by music at the age of 4. What a gift. Well, years later, Dan met Claudia, his wife, and together they've been making a kind of rhythmic, family-oriented music with some Haitian elements, and they've been in the Greenwich Village Folk Festival a couple times and are fantastic, joyous people with a lot to say and wonderful music. So please welcome Dan and Claudia Zanes.
Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, we are so thrilled to be here tonight for the Sing Out for Kamala, Get Out the Vote celebration. Big thank you to Sandy and Pat for inviting us to be a part of these festivities. We are Dan and Claudia Zanes.
Right, here's a new song called Sweet and Cool. It's off our new record. It just came out last week called Pieces of Home. And there is a part for you.
If I wanna fly, I've got to love everybody. If I wanna fly, I've got to love everybody. If I wanna fly, I've got to love everybody. Love is the wind that takes us higher to where the air is sweet and cool.
If I wanna dance,
If I wanna dance,
I got to love everybody.
I got to love everybody.
If I wanna dance,
If I wanna dance,
I got to love everybody.
I got to love everybody.
If I wanna dance,
If I wanna dance,
I got to love everybody.
I got to love everybody. Love is the wind that takes us higher to where the air is sweet and cool. If I wanna sing,
If I wanna sing,
I've got to love everybody.
I got to love everybody.
If I wanna sing,
If I wanna sing,
I got to love everybody.
I got to love everybody.
If I wanna sing,
gonna sing.
I've got to love everybody.
Got to love everybody.
Love is a wind that takes us higher to where the air is sweet and cool. Love is the wind that takes us higher to where the air is sweet and cool.
Well, I'm gonna fly.
Hey, sweet
And I'm gonna sing.
hey, sweet
And I'm gonna dance.
sweet
Like my heart has wings.
hey, sweet
Well, I'm gonna fly.
sweet
And I'm gonna sing.
hey, sweet and cool.
Love is a wind
that takes us higher to where the air is sweet and cool. Love is a wind that takes us higher to where the air is sweet and cool. Sweet and cool.
sweet and cool.
Sweet and cool.
Sweet and cool.
Sweet and cool.
Sweet and cool.
Sweet and cool.
Sweet and cool. Sweet and cool.
Thank you all so much for having us, for singing with us. Yes, this was a blast. Thank you.
Our favorite Get Out the Vote organization is called Seed the Vote, seedthevote.org. My experience with them has been great. Really easy and feels very effective and super cool people. So if you're looking for something, we recommend seedthevote.org. See you there.
So it is my pleasure to introduce my dear friend Carrie Lerner from Florida, Lee County. Carrie not only talks the talk, but she walks the walk. I know, I have walked with her in Florida heat with steam coming off the pavement. Carrie is an educator, realtor, and former New Hampshire state rep from a conservative district who has the negotiating skills to bring people together under all circumstances. Again, I've seen her do it. She is running for Florida Congressional District 19. Her opponent is Byron Donalds. If any of you know Byron, Byron is a convicted felon who, does that sound familiar, who, with an expunged record, who just this week has been exposed for conducting millions of dollars in stock trades, including companies he oversees. He's one of the most extreme members of Congress. We've seen him sitting with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Boebert, and he's that guy. We need Carrie desperately. I am asking her to put her link for her donations in the chat. Please welcome Carrie Lerner. She's an amazing woman, a powerhouse, and people on both sides of the aisle are loving what she has to say. So, Carrie, come on.
Thank you so much, Annie. I am so grateful to be here today. You know, it's so important. The arts are so important. They express our humanity. When times are good, we use the music to express our joy. And when we're challenged and feeling overwhelmed, it's music that helps us get through those times, and it's what brings us together. So what you're doing today is just so important, and we're grateful for that. I'm going to have to put in the chat later. My website is carrielernerforflorida.com. But Annie hit the nail on the head. There are 4 members of Congress who, with President Harris, President Harris, who will give her nothing but grief. And the congressman I'm running against is one of those. It's Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, and Byron Donalds. And so that is one of the things that drove me to run. I believe that I think that in a lot of places, Southwest Florida has been very conservative for a very long time. I grew up here. And I think people get this idea that the government is something over there, something that's inevitable, something that you can't control, that you have no impact on. And it's important for events like this where we say, hey, no, it's not. Just like vote, damn it, just like Mike said, your vote is your power. Ann Richards, who was once a governor of Texas, always said, your vote is your seat at the table, and if you are not at the table, you're on your menu. But there are a lot of people who have a sense of learned helplessness, hopelessness. I was a single mom for 8 years. I worked 3 jobs while going to school and raising my daughter. I didn't have time to think about all of these political stuff, what's going on. But so it's important that not only from the national perspective, we absolutely must elect Kamala Harris as our next president of the United States. But we also must give her a House and a Senate that we can really show the American people, bring us back onto track. After these last 8 years, well, the 4 years ago that were chaos, the last 4 years were recovering from the pandemic and getting us on an equilibrium, and just to be able to show the American people that the promise of America, the promise of a government by the people, for the people, is still alive. You just need to believe and you need to work. And this election, you've heard it time and again, this is the most important election ever. This is the election that will determine whether we have other elections or not. So if normally you get on the phone, like the first musician was talking about, phone banking, you want to call people, you want to go knocking on doors. If you don't want to knock on doors, drive someone who will. You know, we just get in your car and you know, work with your local Democratic Party and drive people. If you normally donate $10, dig deep, push it to 25 if you can, because every single penny counts. The Republicans are funded. They have unlimited funding. They have the billionaires behind them. They're so afraid. I guess they're concerned about how many Maseratis they can drive. But we need to come forward and we need to show the American people that you can win without having millions upon millions of dollars. That the right candidate with the right message can come forward and can win. And so I'm coming to you today, listening to this beautiful music and asking you, yes, get involved with whatever organization speaks to you. Here in Florida, there is an organization called Floridians for Democracy. They are working to get Yes on 4, which is the abortion amendment, the right to have access to the health care that you need. The problem is Byron Donalds and his comrades there, they are sponsors of the nationwide Life at Conception Act, which would ban not only abortion under all circumstances nationwide, but also the morning after pill and for other forms of contraception. It would make having a miscarriage. I suffered a miscarriage. Having a miscarriage wouldn't be an event that would be required to be reported to law enforcement for investigation to make sure you didn't abort that fetus on purpose. I mean, it is dystopian. And so regardless of what the numbers may say, I believe in America. I believe in Americans to come forward. And I think we've seen enough. I think we've had enough. I've had Republicans come up to me who have told me, and these were 2 elder gentlemen who said they had never before voted for a Republican But this, he said, Carrie, this is, one of them said to me, Carrie, this is your year. It can happen, but we need to dig deep, be strong, hold together, participate in events like this, but also, you know, you got to dig out. You got to put your skin in the game. Democracy is not a spectator sport. So get out there, vote, damn it, and let's win this for Kamala. Okay? Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Carrie. We are fighting for you down here. We are so fighting for you. And we gotta elect Kamala and Tim, but we gotta go all the way down the ballot and give them a House and a Senate to get the things done, because so much has been undone. So much has been dismantled in this last 8 years. You know, the Biden-Harris administration has begun to put a lot back, but there's going to be an awful lot yet to do for us to rebuild some of the things that have been ripped right out from under us after 50 years of progress. So we need all of it across the board in order to begin to make the healing happen and to make the changes happen for the generation behind us and the generations to come. So thank you, Carrie. We are fighting for you here. I just love that we have people from all over the world and from all over the culture gathered today to rev one another up, and then we got to take that rev up and go out there and do something with it. I'm so pleased to be the one to get to introduce our next artist, Maggie Wheeler. Maggie is best known in the US and internationally for her work as an actress, and most notably as the character of Zanes on NBC's hit series Friends. Maggie is a passionate singer-songwriter, choir director, and workshop facilitator. She has been teaching her vocal workshops in the United States and abroad for almost 30 years. Maggie directed the 100-voice Golden Bridge Community Choir in Hollywood for 17 years, and during recent years continued the Golden Bridge Choir online, producing virtual concerts and videos, as well as hosting the weekly online community gathering Together in Song, bringing together 4,000 people from around the world to join in the healing power of singing. Talk about somebody who helps people find their voice and learn to use it. Thank you, Maggie Wheeler. You're up.
Oh my goodness. Wait, I have to click something. And
I've
Hi.
got it,
Okay,
Maggie.
I had to
Maggie.
click something. Yeah.
I have it over here if you want me to. I was going to share it.
Oh, the video? Oh no,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm just going to introduce it.
Oh, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say I'm so incredibly honored to be here today and to be part of this amazing, important gathering. It's just so exciting to be with everybody and to see all the work that's being done and all the work that's left to do. So just to let you know what you're about to see, I wrote this song during the Women's March, literally during the Women's March on January 21st in 2017, the day after the inauguration of Donald Trump, when marches were taking place worldwide on all 7 continents in support of women's rights and gender and racial equality. I was so moved. I wasn't out marching on that day, but I was at home feeling the power of our collective movement. So I wrote in this song the lyric, "We're singing out now so you can hear us coming." And that's how I definitely feel about today. You can hear us coming. And with the help of my very good friend Debbie Fryman, I was able to make this video in 2017. It gave me a lot of insight when 2020 hit for how to continue doing this kind of work. And I reached out to all of my friends and they said yes. So you're going to see many of the wonderful members of my Golden Bridge Choir, which as you heard, I directed for 17 years here, and also some really special guests, Dr. Izai Maria Barnwell of Sweet Honey in the Rock, the incredible Melanie DeMore, Arne Batson, Maura Smiley, my friend Sally Dworsky, Shireen Amini, great song leader, and of course Pat and Sandy from Emma's Revolution. So this is Rise Up.
We're gonna rise up. We're gonna rise up, rise up. We're gonna rise up. Open your eyes up. Open your eyes up, eyes up. We're gonna rise up. We're all together, and there is strength in numbers. Through wind and weather, through driving rain and thunder. We're gonna rise up. Open your eyes up, eyes up. We're gonna rise up. We're singing out now, so you can hear us coming. Without a doubt now, we're like a river running. We're gonna rise up. Open your eyes up, eyes up. We're gonna rise up. In the dark times, we're gonna love each other. In broken heart times, protecting one another. We're gonna rise up. Open your eyes up, eyes up. We're gonna rise up. We're singing out now, so you can hear us coming. Without a doubt now, we're like a river running. We're gonna rise up. Open your eyes up, eyes up. We're gonna rise up. We're gonna rise up. We're gonna rise up, rise up. We're gonna rise up.
Rise up.
Open your eyes up, eyes up. We're gonna rise up. We're singing out now, so you can hear us coming. Without a doubt now, we're like a river running. We're gonna rise up. Open your eyes up.
Thank you so much for playing that video. We're going to bring Maggie back up because I think you were going to introduce our next artist, right? No, we're going to introduce our next artist. There we go. We can do that because we know almost everyone who's been on this show. This next artist is an amazing songwriter, guitarist, singer. She has been a foundational performer in the women's music circuit for just years and years. And you can't even tell when you look at her because she's such a rock star and she still looks like a badass butch. And she's going to sing us a beautiful song to get us going. And please welcome from somewhere in the country, which I don't even know
where she is,
because you might be on the road, our dear friend, Tret Fure.
Thank you. Actually, I am home in Newport News, Virginia. I just got back from Nova Scotia last night. So I want to share with you a new song, and not unlike Pat and Sandy, this is a song that came through students of mine. I just, 2 weeks ago, I was in Whidbey Island teaching a group of 12 women, and this last week I was in Nova Scotia teaching another group of women, and I always do my classes by starting with a group song. And I wrote a chorus and a verse for this song called Hope. And they wrote the other verses. And I pulled some of the lines from each of the groups to put together this song for you. And I tell you, singing it in Canada was amazing. And I had several Canadian students there. And they were like, oh, we want to sing this song because what happens in your country affects us greatly. And we know what happens in the U.S. right now affects the world. So here we go. And sing on the chorus when you learn it. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down. We got new blood running in our veins, so let's lay our burdens down. Joy is singing through all of our days, bringing us together in so many ways. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down. Let's put our heads together, march down to the precinct and vote. And pick up all the pieces, dust off all our Sunday clothes. Just when we thought the chances of change were gone, the sun came out and a new day started to dawn. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down. We got new blood running in our veins, so let's lay our burdens down. finally found the courage to turn these tables around. And here comes the blue wave, crashing that wicked wall down. Let's all come together, liberty for you and me. And keep that demon away from our democracy. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down. We got new blood running in our veins, so let's lay our burdens down. Joy is singing through all of our days, bringing us together in so many ways. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down. Our vision is a clear one, a promise of peace and light. Untethered from the chaos, watching our dreams in flight. Even the polls indicating that we might win. We'll keep fighting until the final vote is in. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down. We got new blood running in our veins, so let's lay our burdens down. Joy is singing through all of our days, bringing us together in so many ways. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down. We got hope in our hearts, so let's lay our burdens down.
Yeah. Woo.
Thank you. Thank you. And as both Carrie and Amy mentioned, if we don't have the House and Senate, we can't do the work we need to do. So I am putting my funds this week behind Tim Kaine, who is the senator in Virginia, and we're a very purple state as well. So I am supporting Tim because Tim has done great work over the years, and we need him to continue doing that work. And now, it is my great pleasure to introduce a dear friend of mine, Annie Wenz. Annie Wenz has shared her music through 25 countries around the world as a songwriter, an activist, a nurse, and an educator. She has taught at some of the most prestigious schools of songwriting in the U.S. and abroad. And she has stirred crowds at rallies and arts centers for social change and brought comfort to others as far off as refugee camps in Pakistan. Her music has been featured from independent films and theater scores to blaring speakers at major league ballparks. Annie has taught with Roy Futureman Wooten of Bella Fleck and the Flecktones, and collaborated with Dr. Jerry Nielsen of the Icebound Book and Movie. And beyond that, Annie Wenz is one of the most beautiful human beings I have had the pleasure to know. Please welcome Annie Wenz.
Oops, we can't hear you yet, Annie.
Okay. I said she's going to make me cry. So I am here at Democratic headquarters in Hendersonville, North Carolina. Most of the folks are out canvassing today, but there are a few folks who are taking a break who came in to help support. And I'm going to sing, before I sing, I'm going to speak just about the organization that I'd like to share about. It's called the States Project. What the States Project is, it's a organization that has gathered data about around the country to I'm going to read it. They help build and defend pro-democracy state legislatures around the U.S. For example, in North Carolina, they have identified 7 legislative seats that are the most likely to be flipped to break the Republican supermajority. Flipping that supermajority also then trickles down to affect gerrymandering and therefore our electoral college. So I will be sharing in the chat information about the state's project and a link for folks to donate. And again, the whole agenda is to help keep, we need the House to help take the House. So I'm going to sing this song, and these folks are going to help sing the chorus with me. I'll stand up. It's a song I wrote with Amy, and what we did was we reached out to people all around the country and said, what gives you hope? And people sent us all of these ideas. Y'all gonna sing? We stumble, we cry out, struggle to stay strong, wander through the darkest night, we think we're all alone. Well, the ancient questions, search for answers through our tears, listen through the darkest night, think that no one else can hear. Look around us, feel the power that surrounds us, feel the rumble of the thunder as we're raising up each other. Sing with me, are you ready? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? Is it the breath of each new day or ancient showing us the way? Voices of children speaking truth to faith. Is it the unknown acts of kindness, or all the gods of love or faith, trust and compassion, or knowing we're enough? Look around us, feel the power that surrounds us, feel the rumble of the thunder as we're raising up each other. What gives you hope? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? Now I'm going to say hope after I say some words, and I say hope and you're going to answer. And those of you back in Zoom world, I want to see mouth in the word hope. Ready? Power abusers and demagogues fall, because people like us lead on with the call. Hope! 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 When the pendulum swings from darkness to light and survivors find peace at the end of the night. Hope! Hope! When all creatures run free over all Mother Earth and each of us know our own power and worth. Hope! Hope! Oh, people look around us, feel the power that surrounds us, feel the rumble of the thunder as we're raising up each other. What gives you hope? What gives you hope? What gives you hope? You give me hope. Thank you all. Thank you all. So throughout this entire event, we have been sharing links. I know many of you musicians, or those of you who know musicians around the country, people have asked, how can we pull these together? Write to any of us. We can maybe put some little notes in the chat. We connected with artists around the country. We asked some legislators. We're so grateful that that Braxton could hop in, that Carrie could hop in. I think Jamie may still be out and about pounding the pavement of life. So hopefully he'll join us next time. But there are so many things. Call your local Democratic headquarters and say, what can I do? You see all the stuff in this office here. There are so many things that we can do. You can drive, you can send postcards. If your schedule is really busy, then you can kick in a few dollars. Every single dollar helps. Because I'm in North Carolina and we are so critical, I will be sharing links to our state legislative site, to our state site in the chat. Anyone feel free to share theirs, but also local matters too, which is why I'm here at my community headquarters. So I'm going to be quiet, and we're going to hear from some of the other artists who have helped organize, who can help us just kiss off to all you beautiful folks. Thank you so much for joining us, to the artists, to you in Zoom space, and to those of you listening on our social media. You mean the world to us.
Thank you, Annie. And we just want to jump on to say, you give us hope. Yeah, we were all singing in harmony and just bringing this team up that put this together. And any of our artists who are still here, if you'd like to come up to the spotlight, we want to thank all of the artists who joined us today. Right before you rise, we've got Amy Carol Webb and Annie Wenz. We also had today Tommy Sands, all the way from Ireland, Leah Morris by video from Germany, John McCutcheon from Georgia, Emma's Revolution from California, Skip the Needle from California, Ron MacDonald from Florida land, Dan and Claudia Zanes by video, and they're in Brooklyn, Maggie Wheeler from LA, Tret Fure from Virginia. And we want to thank all of you for joining us here, for sharing this enthusiasm and this love, for really turning out a landslide victory for Harrison Walls. We really need to save this country and then get it on the path that we want it to be on. So do check out all the links, and thanks to everyone for jumping back onto Zoom after a little while now. A little rusty, but I think we learned something. Keep America Trumpless, says Amy Carol Webb. So thank you so much. And I want to thank our tech hosts today, Marcy and Rada, joining us from Massachusetts. Couldn't have done it without you. Lovely to see everybody on Facebook Live. We'll post this on YouTube Live. Spread the word, because on the 29th, we're coming back. We have other artists joining us. We'll be here. Annie will be here. Reggie Harris will be with us. I can't remember anything because there's so many things that went on today. Maybe we can get Jamie Raskin in. He was looking to get there. But I'm happy to hear from any of our artists who are up on the screen if you want to say a goodbye or a hello or anything like that. And then we'll say goodbye to the Facebook world. Yeah? Yeah, go ahead, Rod. Unmute. Go ahead. Oh, just waving. I got you. Just waving. All right. Well,
I just want to thank you all for having me be part of this. I appreciate the work you're doing. It's phenomenal. We have a chance here, and that's the beauty of it. Thank you.
What she said.
Yeah, right on.
All right.
Great.
Well, thanks so much. We will see you on the 29th
Much love, y'all.
again. Much love. We will say goodbye to Facebook Live.
Vote, damn it.
Yes.